Good morning, guys, and welcome to another episode of the H Talks Comics, Films, and Combat Sports. I'm actually not going to be talking combat sport, I'm talking about football today, mainly because there isn't much combat sport news at the moment. There is a few boxing fights, not many which I'd say the casuals are into. So, the hardcores probably, like Maurice Hooker versus Ramirez. But like I said, I don't know if his channel's a strange one. When I talk about random football things, I get a few views. When I talk about AJ, boxing, sometimes I get views, sometimes I don't. So I really need you guys to comment more, really. Just let me know what you guys wanna hear and what you guys wanna see. Like I said, there's gonna be some completely new content coming out in July. It's gonna be a lot of improv, comedy kind of stuff as well. But don't worry, it's still gonna be a news and reviews based video. But yeah, so basically I thought I'd get into it. Let's talk about Chelsea FC, Chelsea Football Club, based in West London, England. So Eden Hazard has signed to Real Madrid. He's signed for initial £88 million. I'm talking just pounds, by the way, guys. If you want to sort it out, the exchange rate between pounds and euros, whatever you can do. But I'm living in England, so it's easier for me to just go in pounds. Like I said, if you want to look up the exchange rate, you can. But in pounds, it's 88 million on the day, which was yesterday. But it can go up to either 130 or 150. The Guardian and the BBC have different totals about how much it could be in total. So I'm not sure if it's going to be 130 or 150. Let's go for in between. Let's say between 130 and 150 million. That's what it's going to be with additions. And by additions, I mean if he scores a certain amount of goals, if he wins a certain amount of trophies. And to be honest, I think that's good. I think that's good business, because at the end of the day, you can't guarantee the amount of goals someone's going to score. Not everyone's going to be Ronaldo. The weird thing about this is Hazard has scored 110 goals, I believe, in 354 Chelsea matches. So, and I know he's not a striker; he's more of a centre attacking midfielder, playmaker off the top, a bit like a number 10. He can play on the wing as well, but he's not going to be a Lionel Messi. Like, he's already 28, 29. Might be 30, I think it's 28, 29. But yeah, he's not going to Lionel Messi. He's not going to take on 20 players and score a goal. He's not Ronaldo. He's going to do that back in the day, and now he's going to poach and get a hat trick like he did for Portugal the other day. Or like, Ronaldo, he always gets breaks for a hat trick, doesn't he? He gets in the right positions at the right time. He gets the headers. He gets the little tappings like Gary Lineker. Back in the day, he was like the original Ronaldo from Brazil. So yeah, Hazard, I don't know. Like, the last two seasons in the Prem, he's been outshined by Mo Salah from Liverpool, who's scoring more goals than him. He's creative. He'll create assists, so I think that will help Real Madrid. He will be a key player for Real Madrid. But that kind of money for someone in his late 20s who doesn't necessarily guarantee you 30 goals a season. Maybe in La Liga he can get 30 goals. I'm not sure. I wouldn't bet on it. I'd take maybe 25 in the league, and maybe he might get 10 or 15 in all of competitions next season. So maybe he will get 40 goals in total, but I reckon maybe 25 in the league, maybe 15 distributed throughout the Cup and Champions League. We'll see. I actually want him to do well. Real Madrid is good for football when they're doing well, when they've got a good heated rivalry with Barcelona, let's be honest. So yeah, that's the main bit of news first. So Eden Hazard has gone. He's left Chelsea after 7 years. He won 2 Europa Leagues, I think 2 Premier Leagues, and he might have won a Carabao Cup. I'm not sure what the Carabao Cup was back then. Just call it the League Cup. It goes for different sponsorships all the time. So I find that really interesting. He said he was a big Real Madrid fan always, so that's not really a shock. He's been courting them for a few years. The fact Chelsea managed to keep him for as long as they have has actually been a credit to them, I guess. Also, how weird and funny is it that if Chelsea had managed to keep their players, like without selling some of them, mainly Mourinho to be honest, they would have had possibly at one point Hazard, Kevin De Bruyne, Mo Salah, Lukaku, Batshuayi, all of those players, along with Giroud at the moment. That's some team. That's some team when you consider they've still got Willian. And they've got youngsters coming through, like obviously Callum Hudson-Odoi and Loftus-Cheek are both out at the moment with injuries. Let's see what happens. Does Hazard leaving mean Hudson-Odoi might stay? Probably, but I'm not sure, because I think he's still got another couple of years left on his deal, so he could run it out. Also, like I said, Hudson-Odoi isn't the same like-for-like player. He's more of an actual old school, don't get much word twisted, old school Ronaldo, so the original Ronaldo, like pace and strong. But he's more a winger as well, so you could say Cristiano Ronaldo really, because he's a winger, and he can, I don't know if he can come in number 10 role, maybe he can. that's yet to be seen. That's yet to be seen. Callum Hudson-Odoi. There's not many people call him Cho. But no, Cho's good. He's got skills. He's got ability. Played well for England when he had the chance earlier in the season. Yeah, no, we'll see what happens. I'm interested to see what Hazard does. I don't know where this leaves Gareth Bale. At the moment, he's getting, what is it, 300,000, 350,000 a week, and not many people are looking to pay that wage a week for him. Not many people, even Spurs, aka Tottenham Hotspur, are looking to get Bale. It's because of obviously the amount it'll cost plus his wage. Unless Real Madrid pay half, and then is it worth it? Maybe it is, just to get someone that's unhappy. Zidane isn't happy with Bale. They haven't really got any kind of relationship. So let's see what happens there. That'd be interesting. Okay, so that was the first bit of news. Here's the second bit of news. It looks like I'm not sure if it's been confirmed yet, but it looks like Sarri is going to be leaving Chelsea and it's going to go into Juventus. He was actually at Napoli, did really well with Napoli, which is obviously one of their rivals. But that's quite interesting to me. But then here's also as interesting, if not more. Allegri is favourite, as obviously looks right now in the morning of Saturday. The favourite is Massimo Allegri, to be the next manager of Chelsea. Up there is Lampard, who obviously, I don't care if you like Lampard or not, he did really well, man. He got Derby to the playoffs in his first season, got to the playoff final. Do you know what I mean? I know they lost in the end, but they did well. He showed some good managerial tactics, and he was sound. He was calm as well. I don't know, maybe his character is just really suited to management. So obviously that's a big leap from Championship straight to the Premiership, especially a team like Chelsea will be looking to win cups or at least maybe contend for Champions League again. I'd say go fight for the title, but I don't think that's going to be possible if they have this transfer ban ratified. Plus obviously Man City and Liverpool at the moment are just miles and miles ahead of everyone when it comes to 38 games of the Premier League season. But I'll be interested to see what happens with their management. If I had to put money, most likely Allegri or I think Nuno Espirito from Wolves or Wolverhampton Wanderers. I'm not sure if they go for Javi Gracia. He's linked to them as well. But yeah, that's quite interesting. So yeah, a bit of basically Chelsea news, to be fair. But yeah, that's the main news I've heard today, guys. Thought I'd convey it to you guys. So I know some people prefer getting the news through video format instead of via text. But yeah, no, let me know what you guys thought. If you want more football, I can talk more football. I'm pretty knowledgeable about football. I enjoy talking about combat sports, especially MMA. There is a big UFC card tonight, but to be honest, the last 2 UFC reviews I did, no one seemed to really care. So I don't know if the guys who watch this are really into it, or it's just harder to get the UFC traction nowadays. It seems like that bubble's slowly not burst, but it's gone down a little bit, which is sad because I'm obviously a practitioner of MMA. So we'll see what happens there. Maybe Conor McGregor needs to come back and excite everyone again. But yeah, like I said, this video has been about football. It's been about Hazard getting the move he wants, Chelsea getting the money which they desire, and it's a win-win for them. It's a win-win for Real Madrid. Thanks, guys.